Hello, Colin Hopkins here with Key Renter Salt Lake Property Management. Today we're going to talk about renewing your tenant's lease and why that's going to be so important to keeping your property profitable in these upcoming months and years. Right now we are seeing a slowdown in the market. In my last video we talked about how there's been about a 1 to 2% decrease in rent prices in the past year. We're also seeing that vacancy times are going up quicker than normal at this time of year. We're seeing a larger amount of vacancies and more days on market across the board in the Salt Lake area. So want to talk about how to avoid that and how we can try to help keep tenants in place and make that the goal so that we don't have a couple big losses, which are number one, vacancy times, and two, turn costs. So if you don't know already, vacancy is the number one killer on ROI. That's just money down the drain when you have an empty property. And then on top of that, you typically have to pay for some sort of return costs, whether it's some normal wear and tear or something needed to be updated in the property that wasn't caused by the previous tenant's damage. So oftentimes people have to invest more money into their home while it's vacant than any other time. And so we want to try to avoid that. And I want to talk to you about two ways that we're going to try to do that this upcoming year that you guys might want to try as well if you're doing it on your own. The first one is starting early. You want to start really early. Here at Key Renter, we start 90 days in advance by reaching out to owners and tenants to see owners' intentions, tenants' intentions, and try to get that property renewed as quickly as possible. Our goal is to be 60 days prior to a tenant moving out, knowing whether they're going to move out or not. And we're going to do everything that we can to try to keep them in that home. The second thing is do everything that you can to keep them in that home. Whether that's negotiating on rent price for a great tenant or even offering something to that tenant. If you know that your home needs a new dishwasher, it needs a new carpets, or it needs something, why don't you negotiate with the tenant and say, hey, we're going to do that if you sign a for you to keep you in the house, as well as make the home better, and we're going to keep your rent price the same to incentivize them to stay in the home. That way you don't have those turn costs and you don't have that vacancy cost. Another one is you could offer to pay for their groceries. Who wouldn't love a $300 Costco card? I mean, everybody's going to the grocery store, everyone's paying for gas. Offering something small like that and saying, hey, if you sign your lease by X date, we'll throw in a $300 gift card to Costco. And that way we can incentivize the tenants to renew and to renew early. And that way you know that you're secured for the next year, maybe even 2 years if you want to do a longer lease with somebody that's been taking care of your property. Those are the two things that I think right now are going to be crucial to your success as a property owner and to make sure that you're hedging for the future. I'm anticipating that this trend of slightly slowing down will continue for the next few months, maybe even into the next year. But if we can make it through the next 6, 12, 18 months, we should see what's happening in the real estate on the sales side of things, where prices are rebounding, and we should see that in rents, as rents typically lag behind the sales market 12 to 18 months. So we should see continued growth if we look at the long-term scheme and make sure that you're trying to do everything that you can to keep your tenant in place. If you have any questions about this or you have any other suggestions of what you've done in the past to help keep tenants in place, I'm all ears. Love to hear from you. Take care and have a great day.